I loved my gnomes, all 200 of them. Each one had a name, a little story, and a special place in my front yard. They weren't this lawn ornaments, they were family. But then, Karen moved in, became the HOA president, and decided my gnome family was visual clutter. Big mistake, Karen. Big, glittery, air horn blaring mistake. My yard was a haven, a miniature fantasy land where garden gnomes fished in a tiny pond, read books under mushroom caps, and waved from miniature bridges. Each gnome's a little piece of joy, a conversation starter for neighbors walking by. My grandson Leo loved coming over to visit his favorite, Barnaby, the gnome with the fishing rod. He thought Barnaby caught all the tiny goldfish in the pond. This wasn't just a garden, it was a community landmark. Welcome to Prodigy Tales, and make sure you like and subscribe for your top-notch HOA drama. Then came Karen. She moved into the biggest house on the block, painted it a sterile gray, and immediately ran for HOA president on a platform of modernizing neighborhood aesthetics. Her idea of modernizing was stripping away anything with a personality. Her permanent expression looked like she just smelled something vaguely offensive, and apparently my gnomes smelled the worst. The first letter arrived, stark white and official looking. Excessive yard decor violates community guidelines for visual harmony. Remove within 7 days or face fines. I laughed. I really did. My gnomes were harmless. I ignored it. Then came the fines. $50, then $100, then $200. Karen was relentless. I wrote polite letters back, citing precedents, arguing artistic expression. She responded with threats of legal action. But it truly escalated when my gnomes started disappearing. Not just one or two, but entire sections would be bare when I got home from my morning walk. My gnome pirate, Pegleg Pete, vanished. My Zen master, Zephyr, was gone. My heart broke a little with each disappearance. This wasn't just abstract fines anymore. This was an attack on my family. That's when Leo, my grandson, stepped in. "Grandma," he said, "we need cameras, like the ones I watch on YouTube." He helped me install tiny, almost invisible cameras hidden in the bushes and under the porch eaves. From the street, you'd never know they were there. I didn't have to wait long. One afternoon, I got a motion alert on my phone. My heart pounded as I pulled up the live feed. There she was, Karen, in all her modernizing glory. She wasn't just collecting gnomes, she was stuffing them into black garbage bags like they were trash. I watched in disbelief as she tossed Pegleg Pete and Zen Master Zephyr into her truck, then drove off, a smug look on her face. The HOA president, the paragon of neighborhood order, was stealing my gnomes. My anger boiled, but alongside it, an idea sparked. If Karen wanted to play dirty, I'd play glittery. I canceled all my other plans. Leo and I spent an entire weekend in the garage, transforming one special gnome. This wasn't just any gnome. This was Barnaby, Leo's favorite, now repurposed for justice. We carefully hollowed him out. Inside, we rigged a spring-loaded mechanism with a powerful air horn, a massive burst of iridescent non-toxic glitter, and a tiny, high-definition camera. We even weighted him so he felt perfectly normal when picked up. We sealed him back up, painted him to look exactly like the original Barnaby, and placed him right in the middle of my front yard, looking completely innocent. He was the alpha gnome, and he was ready for action. The trap was set. I knew Karen typically did her inspections around mid-morning. I sat by my window, phone propped, live feed ready. Hours crawled by. Then, like clockwork, Karen appeared. She strutted across my lawn, clipboard in hand, scanning for any violations. She spotted Barnaby sitting there, seemingly defiant. A frown deepened on her face as she bent down, clearly annoyed, to impound him. The second her hand grasped him, the world exploded. A deafening blast from the air horn made her shriek and jump back, dropping Barnaby. Then, with a whoosh, the glitter cannon erupted. A blinding cloud of rainbow sparkles shot straight into her face, coating her hair, her glasses, her crisp HOA polo, and her meticulously applied makeup. She staggered back, blinking furiously, trying to wipe the shimmering dust from her eyes, looking less like a dignified HOA president and more like a deranged disco ball that had just lost a fight with the confetti factory. The tiny camera in Barnaby captured everything. I laughed so hard I nearly choked on my coffee, but I wasn't done. The noise, the glitter, it attracted attention. Neighbors started peeking out their windows. Karen, still shimmering, tried to compose herself, but it was too late. The spectacle had begun. The next day, I clipped the footage, Karen stealing the gnomes, and then Karen's glittery, screaming meltdown, and sent it straight to the HOA board with a simple note. Here's your president enforcing our community standards. The video went viral within the neighborhood faster than you could say gnome napper. By the next HOA meeting, Karen was cornered. Every board member had seen the footage. She tried to deny it, claim it was an ambush, but the proof was undeniable. Not only was she forced to return every single stolen gnome, I found them all neatly lined up on her back porch, dusty and forlorn, but she was also stripped permanently of her HOA presidency. And the best part? For weeks, every time Karen stepped outside, even after countless washes, the iridescent glitter would catch the sunlight, making her sparkle like a walking, unhappy Christmas ornament. My gnomes were back, Barnaby was a hero, and Karen's lawn was now the true spectacle of the neighborhood, not because of what was on it, but because of who was on it, always with a subtle shimmer. The end. Please like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think Karen got what she deserved for messing with my gnome family? Comment below.